Welcome back to the Quarantine WOD. Today we've got a little bit more of a cardio-based workout with lots of running. All these movements are going to be done in a big space, so I would recommend using your yard or your whole neighborhood or whatever you have to do. Obviously maintain your social distancing. Let's kick things off with a warm-up. You've got lateral leg swings. Don't force anything on lateral leg swings. It's just supposed to get that femur kind of rolling back and forth through the joint. And then you've got your plank shuffle dance inspired by Jana. I kind of just set that to like 3 steps in each direction, but you can kind of do whatever you want. You can do it 3-foot square, whatever it is. But it basically is a plank rotating in a square. And then you've got your alternating kick sits, so basically break dancing, which is really fun. And then you've got Keep Me on My Toes, which was inspired by Amanda Tyler. That one will actually warm up the bottoms of your feet really well as your knees and your hips and all that stuff. And then the last thing is the grapevine, just kind of get the heart rate elevated. That's 50 feet in each direction. Going into the workout, you're going to start with 2 reps of an air squat. But they're not just any reps, they're a full minute. Each rep is 1 minute long. The goal is to not stop moving the whole time. So in the minute, you go 30 seconds down, 30 seconds up. That's the goal, without ever stopping moving, all right? This is a big challenge, a really, really difficult challenge to squat for a duration of a minute, just one time. That being said, try to maintain your good form, keep moving, be slow. You'll feel the engagement happening pretty quick. Rest 1 to 2 minutes between each one of those, and then you're gonna go into the cardio portion of it, which is 200-meter run. Then you're going to do 100 meters of ape walking. Recommend being in your backyard or at a park is probably fine. So try to just estimate those meters, right? 100 meters is 300 feet, so if you're measuring in feet, make sure that you do the conversion correctly. Right after 100 meters of your forward ape walk, you're going to do a lateral ape walk, 50 meters. All right, so that's 50 meters per direction. The goal here is to do all one direction 50 meters, so 150 feet, all in one direction, then switch to the other direction. Okay, not go back and forth until you accumulated that. Then you go into the 400-meter run, and then come back for a 100-meter side shuffle. Same thing, all 300 feet or 100 meters of that is in one direction. Then you switch directions to the other side. You don't just alternate until you have 100 meters total on each side. And then you go into a 600-meter run, and then 100 air squats, the only stationary portion of this. The way you see it in the video is I do, what you could do is set out little increments. You could do 10 air squats and then walk forward 5 feet, 10 air squats until you've done 10 sets of that. But that's just for visualization's sake. It really isn't necessary. So 100 air squats, and then you go back for your last 800-meter run. All right. Following that up, you got stability and cool down. You're going to do 5 half-kneeling cat-cows. All right, that's really working on pelvic rotation, kind of lengthening the front side of those hip flexors especially, just getting that spine flowing again and that pelvis flowing again. And then you're going to do 3 10-second holds of a fire hydrant. So you could see I use a prop in the video. When you're holding that, try not to rotate your whole body to face that direction. Keep yourself square to the floor and make sure that the muscles on the side of the glutes, the glute medius is the one that's kind of pulling things up. Holding there for 10 seconds while you're breathing. Don't stop breathing. Then you finish that round off with 30 seconds in Happy Baby, where you're really trying to open up those hips, really get that groin to open up. You're in basically a squat position, playing with your feet like a baby would, trying to open yourself up. If you struggle with flexibility, you can't grab your feet, you can always use like an object, like a towel, to wrap all the way around your feet and just hold onto the towel to kind of pull your knees in towards your chest. That works fine. Knees should be out. If you're feeling pinches in the front of your hip, your knees might not be out wide enough, or you just need to change the angles a little bit, or not be too aggressive with it. If you guys have any questions on this, just leave a comment. Call me, text me, whatever, 208-994-8876, or send me an email at mitch@principiacrossfit.com.